Worst. Motherfucker never loved her. Fucker never loved her.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another edition of the Unstable Podcast. Mike Hill back in the place, feeling a little bit
what? Be honest.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. That's why I'm not Shady Mike today. I just you don't want to see my eyes right now. There's my man Steve Wilson.
What up? Let's get back to your drinking.
We'll get to that. Don't worry about all that bullshit right now, man.
So what's up, everybody?
All right, Steve Wilson. Let me make the proper introductions. My man Guy Torrey in the place to be.
Baba Black Sheep.
He's still holding on to that shit.
Still mad.
He won't let that shit.
Not mad, just woke.
You gave me the weak. Oh, really? You gave me the weakest. Like, I'm really not your friend anymore. Hug, and I'm like, we're gonna have to have a talk after this. Me and you.
Hold on a second. Did
we
he
used
just
to be
say
mad.
he's woke? Did he just say
Yeah,
he's
like he
woke?
said, like he's a like we ain't like he woke up and found out we ain't shit.
He's talking about President Trump.
Well, I'm taking it. I missed my 6 a.m. phone calls from Guy Torrey.
Well, I'm on Tom Jones at 6 a.m. now.
Now he's too big for us. That's what's happening.
That's what it is.
He's doing
Too
real
sleepy.
radio.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, he gotta take an X-Lax and let that shit go. And of course, my
Stuffing
girl.
myself and sewing my asshole up so I can be full of shit.
Oh God, hold up now.
Thanks for the visual.
I know.
God.
Sewing it up, huh?
And of course, the wonderful, untalented, and the beautiful Claudia Jordan.
And high as fuck.
And hi.
So
My
listen,
plan is
I was on the
working.
scale, and I'm like 150 point something, right?
150.
I'm like 15 pounds over my model weight, really like 20. Not that I want to be model weight, but I was like, I got to do something about it. So today was the day.
Right.
So I started, what did I take?
Oh shit.
Some shit.
Some
Some
shit.
white girl cocktail, and I feel like jittery as fuck. And I got pulled over on the way here by the cops.
Word.
Wow.
And
And
got a ticket. I was on the phone with her. She's like, "Oh shit!" I'm thinking she crashed. I'm like,
Took
"What?
a white girl
What?
cocktail. You got pulled over by a black, but like a black girl though.
I know, I
wow.
sure did. So they let me off on everything except the tint.
Oh, then they did treat you like a white girl. Then.
Right.
Okay.
I was like, how when I'm really fucking up, like I get off on everything, but when I'm like really not doing much wrong, I
Right.
get like all kind of charges.
She was speeding, changing lanes.
I
They gave her a
was.
ticket for tinted windows.
They did.
And you were high.
Listen, I am so high
So
right
you
now.
got a ticket for being dark.
I'm high as shit.
what they say you're not.
Wow.
I am black.
Yeah, she's that
Hey,
black.
y'all.
She's that black now that her windows actually aren't tinted, but she's so black now
Man.
that her windows look tinted.
So I want to
Nah,
see
she's
all
still
the
beige.
comments
She's
on the
still
page
beige.
now when she get nigga tickets.
Exactly.
I got. Can I say it now?
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
you
you
can.
can say it.
I won't.
Oh, God.
Speaking of, last night Mike Hill came out and met me and my homegirl. He was drunk as shit.
That's
He
what
was
I wanna
slurring. We got
discuss.
him on video.
No,
We're gonna have to play it.
my
Video.
Go to
God.
commercial.
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Yeah.
You got it on video.
We're gonna
Please show
give it
that
to you
video.
to put in post.
Here's what's happening, because it wasn't slurring because I was drunk. I was slurring because
No.
I got the dental work that's going on right now. So I got
What
braces.
the hell does that have to do with
I
you?
got braces in my mouth now. I got the Invisalign.
So you do realize when I saw you at 9 o'clock, you was drinking, and I said, "You good? Because you was out by yourself."
I was out by myself because I was meeting some people a little bit later on.
He
That's
was
it.
drunk and he had the tooth thing going on and he had a
That's
lot
Fox,
going on.
That's Fox spin machine. That Fox spin
First
machine. They
of all,
teach everybody
he
at Fox how to
Mike
spin
L.
shit.
Speak on it, guy.
They teach every sports, news. If you work for Fox, they teach you how to spin shit.
So we got him on tape. Like I told him, we had him say like, she sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh
all
no,
kind of
I
shit.
didn't say that.
You
Did I
just
say?
sucker and succotash. Like we're gonna put that. We're gonna edit that into the show so y'all
Yeah,
can see
that dinner work does make you forget shit.
Yo, he was swearing. He was all aggressive. It was so hilarious.
I was aggressive?
Black Mike.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Did his mustache grow?
He had to leave his car there.
I haven't left.
Yeah,
my
I did.
car
I did
since
wake up in
1995.
familiar territory.
Oh, is
last
that
night.
right? Where
Yeah.
was that?
I was somewhere. I was at a spot. You know.
Don't you dare, Claudia! Don't you
Don't-
dare! let
yeah,
it
you
slip.
know better than that. Let's stop doing that because I'm the one that always gets in trouble. I'm the one that always
No,
gets in
you
trouble when
don't
that
always.
happens.
You're
Yeah.
a single
You ain't the
man, though,
only
Mike.
one.
You can do
Yeah,
what you
you're a
want.
single man. You can do what you want.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm not going there. Hey, it's time for God's word of the day.
Well, speaking of all the bullshit we just talked about right now, the word of the day is niggativity.
There you go.
Niggativity.
Perfect.
I need to hear this.
Niggativity
hear
spelled Niggativity. Niggativity. Negativity. Definition is hateration, crab in the barrel syndrome, coonish behavior. It's a compound pronoun. I made that up.
Negativity.
Here's the sentence. Harriet Tubman would have never freed any slaves if she was surrounded by such bitch assness and negativity.
Oh.
Harriet Tubman would have never freed any slaves if she was surrounded by such bitch assness and negativity. Negativity.
Go ahead, Steve. I'm gonna see this.
Negativity. I've had jobs where there was no growth because I was surrounded by negativity. I said jobs. That's plural. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs.
Yeah, you've made up with DL. You're
I
fine.
wonder
I didn't even
which
say
one.
that. I just said.
Wow, I'm
Breaking
blast.
news.
We're not saying
Blast
no
Master
names.
KRS1.
I'm from the Bronx. Mike cares one damn dude.
What? You guys, you made up.
Yes,
That's
we
my
did.
cousin. I know.
Master
What?
by KRS1.
Wow.
Damn, I'm high. What was the
Nickname
definition?
trending.
Negativity.
Negativity. Come on. You
definition
can say it too because I know you
No,
have
I feel like I
issues with
can't
saying
say
the
it.
word. You can say it.
Okay, what was the definition again?
It's
This nigga is high.
I'm high. I'm
it's
high. as shit.
hateration, crab in the barrel syndrome, coonish behavior, negativity.
I'm so sick and tired of all the negativity that comes out of Omarosa and Stacey Dash's mouth.
Now you stole that from her because she had to say that. She was
Well,
gonna say that.
I knew because she's been on Omarosa so much.
No,
you
she's
know,
an
so-
amazing, fantastic, intelligent, strong black woman
Oh,
that looks like a horse.
it smells like what?
No, nothing. I don't want to
Allegedly.
talk about her anymore, you
Alleged.
guys.
Allegedly.
that's right.
Negativity.
Come on now. You
I'm
use that
struggling
word
today.
a lot.
Um,
You're
She having
surrounded by
hot
that.
flashes.
She's high.
This nigga's having a hot flash on camera. Ain't that a bitch right in front of everybody? She like having her own personal summer in front of everybody.
I'm sniffling. I'm like hot as shit.
You got the Rihanna lipstick going.
Negativity.
Negativity.
Man, this is right up your alley. I'm surprised you stumped with this one.
My highness got me engaging in some negativity because I can't put a sentence together right now. I'm high. I
would
took
explain
fat
your
burners,
behavior.
didn't eat, and I took like this meal replacement shake. Like I'm really got a lot going on.
Damn, you got it. So
I got like the Rick
how
James
much-
cocktail.
How
Here,
much
should
weight are you
balance it
trying
out.
to
Let me get
lose?
some weed.
Like 7 pounds.
7 pounds?
Yeah.
you
My
look good.
midsection's kinda thick.
You look fine though.
Yeah, but my stomach is fat right now.
Oh, really?
CJ, you're
you got
beautiful.
the fupa?
Stop it.
What's it called? The fupa?
Oh, your front is bigger than.
Yeah. Well, is it?
No,
do
that's
you have
booty
that?
do.
God damn.
Booty
No,
do.
that's-
Excuse me.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up, both of
Oh
y'all.
shit, sorry.
No,
I just
sorry.
need to trim up a little bit.
I'm
No, I
asking.
wasn't
I was
saying that.
asking.
You're
Do you have a
beautiful.
fupa? What is it? The
See,
fat
this
over
nigga
the-
used to be fat and then he loses a few pounds and now he's feeling himself. Now he's Shamar Moore. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Shamar. Go ahead, brother.
Stay out of this segment
Okay,
right
sir.
here.
All right, this is the Unstable Podcast. Without further ado, let's bring in our special guest. He's been in the background waiting. He's everybody
patient
knows who
and
he is.
on time.
On time.
Can I give the intro?
Yes,
please.
Of course.
This is one of my oldest friends. We met back in 1987 at the Hershey Track and Field track meet.
How was his hair?
He had a Gumby cut.
Yeah, the Gumby.
He had the Bobby Brown joint.
He went through Gumby cut, dreads,
The dreads.
had to
I
let
love
that
the
go when he
dreads.
got over 40. One of my longest, actually I think he's my oldest friend. And
But
since
he's
he
everybody's
was
cousin in the
he's
beginning.
everyone's cousin. And since he was about 14, 15 years old, definitely saw his greatness, like knew he was going to be something special. So coming to the stage, coming to the mic.
The
Come
mic.
on to the mic.
Great friend, social, political activist.
Yes.
Sat down with all the greats.
Yes.
Woke.
Very woke.
Really woke.
Eyes like Chris Tucker.
Can drink his ass off, by the way.
Really?
Please welcome Cousin Jeff
Cousin
Johnson.
Jeff.
Jeff Johnson, JJ.
And also the brand new host and the executive producer of the show on BET, Man Cave.
Yes.
Yeah. Which hold on, let me get the story. 'Cause
Hold
I
on.
just
Can
saw
he-
Jeff.
can he sit down first before you go off about not getting cast on the show?
No, here's the thing. It was about when I auditioned about 2 months ago for that show.
Yes.
This was the worst audition I've ever had in my life.
Wait.
It was.
Look, Jeff is like, I know.
No, it was
This
really.
is the first time I've seen a producer say agreed.
No, it was the worst audition. I mean, I usually go in and I kill auditions.
Is that why you was out drinking last night?
No, I didn't know he was going to be on the show.
That's
till I walked
crazy
in.
because I will say this. Mike is definitely one of the most, one of the best announcers or journalists on TV. I mean, quick-witted and well-spoken. But that's crazy to hear that you had. a
Well,
bad
I
audition.
appreciate that, man.
He
I'll be honest.
actually killed the audition. It was us. It wasn't him.
You sound like a bad relationship.
you are.
It's me.
You
It's
know-
me.
you know what, Jeff?
I killed it for real.
No, he did. He killed it.
No.
He died, came back to life.
Was
died
it the no facial hair that
Right.
didn't get him the job?
Yo,
Of course it did.
Dude,
Because
you on
niggas don't
BET,
trust
you
black
gotta
men
grow
with
a
no
beard.
facial hair.
No, man. So it was. No, I went in, and it's such a good show and such a good concept that I worked, and I really wanted to be on the show, and I tried too hard. Sometimes you go into an audition, you try too hard, and I think that was
Story
the
of
problem
my
that I
life.
had. Right
Jeff,
there.
can you
But-
give him some like pointers on like how he could do better for next time he auditions?
Like, don't come in high.
Right. Get some facial hair.
You know what's funny? I think a lot of people came in too serious. And I don't think they knew that this show was going to be a combination
A man cave
of
type-
wokeness and fuckery.
man cave,
I
yeah.
mean, so it was a bunch of cats that came in super serious on they straight up journalism shit.
Right.
And those weren't the guys that got cast.
And that's not what you are looking for.
No.
More loose, more relaxed,
no.
more. Yeah.
I mean, I created the show so I wouldn't have
You
to
know-
talk about politics all
Right.
the time.
How
Got
about
it.
that?
Yeah.
It's like Ballers.
Yeah.
And we did the show BT on Ballers, the sports show, but the way it was set was like in a sports bar where you have
Yeah.
people drinking and relaxed and not the journalistic type
That show
of
never
behavior.
that show never got the investment it should have got.
Well, we
Y'all had
did
DJ
six,
Quick and everything.
We
That
did
was
6
hot.
episodes, and it was a great show, but it was expensive. At
Yeah.
the time, it was the most expensive show. They
the,
said.
the talent wasn't getting the money.
Well, not us. Yeah. Well, not us. Somebody got paid.
we didn't get the money for the money they were paying for that show.
Yeah. Well, we had some. Yeah. Anyways, but welcome to the show, Jeff. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Negativity.
Ain't
I
that
was
something?
saying before I came in, I had a whole lot of cockitis. But when I came up in here, the negativity hit me. Late
There you go.
drunk than a motherfucker. There's all kind of negativity.
I know.
We're unstable, Jeff.
That's the show.
And Jeff has quite an impressive resume. Like he sat down with Barack Obama, Louis Farrakhan. I can't really say a lot right now.
Don't worry about it. So,
Y'all
Jeff-
be out here.
So
Louis
Jeff, we
Farrakhan.
want to ask you,
That part.
what was the harder interview? What was the better interview, Farrakhan or Barack Obama?
The harder interview was Obama because, listen, it was BT News. So first of all, it's not real news. So
what do you mean real news?
no, because I mean,
Clarify that before people take that the wrong way.
I take it the wrong way. I mean, at the end of the day, BT News was not about hard political news, right? So I want, in a lot of ways, it was hard for me because I wanted to hit him with some questions,
okay.
that I thought the
So you
black
had to
community cared
softball.
about, but it was more of a cultural interview than a
Got it.
political interview.
So BET was more
Right.
like an editorial station like Fox instead of news. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is BT is an entertainment station,
How about that?
not news at all.
So you had a producer that was directing your questions. You couldn't come up with
No,
your
I
own
came up
questions?
with my questions.
Okay.
But here's the deal, right? So in full transparency, the White House wanted me to do the interview because I had interviewed the president before, because I had done work with the White House before, because they trusted me. And you know, the Obama White House was an incredibly rigid White House. Like there were cats who ain't done nothing wrong that couldn't pass vet for the White House.
Wow.
Y'all know a whole lot of people
Wow.
that got invited but then got uninvited to the White House
Right.
because it was the most strict White House there ever was, because you had to protect the brother that was in office.
They turned Shaq. Didn't
So-
Shaq show up at the door and they're like, bro, you
but
need
there
an
were a couple
invitation.
people that just couldn't get an invitation at all.
Right.
Like, you know, I smoked weed one time that third day in third grade and I couldn't get in. But so
fact
no,
that
I
I'm high
could come up
now.
with my own questions. But the thing about it is, I mean, you know this. You know what the interview is before you go in.
Right.
So I know this is not a hard-hitting political interview. So if we know on the front end that it's a cultural interview, but I come in trying to be that nigga knocking the president out, not only do I burn my credibility with the White House, but I'm doing an interview that's not for the demographic that
Right.
the show is for.
Right.
So in that regard, the president's interview was a harder interview because Farrakhan is unowned by anybody.
Right.
So I mean, he doesn't have to worry about what the Republicans are going to say. He doesn't have to worry about what his party is going to say. He doesn't have to worry about a media because the media is already coming after him for who he is anyway.
Right.
So
And Ben.
the Farrakhan interview was easier from the standpoint that I knew I could come with any question that I wanted to. And the minister ain't afraid of nobody.
No, not at all.
In that
Not
regard,
at
do you
all.
think that Obama is unfairly criticized with like, as far as like what, like he couldn't really do a lot of stuff that he probably wanted to do? Do you
course.
think that's a fair statement?
No.
No?
I think that people wanted Obama to be somebody he never was. So if you knew the kind of senator he was in Chicago, you know, it was niggas in Chicago who was like, fuck Obama. Right off top, because they didn't feel like he had done enough for black folks. But the thing is, when you're a politician, you got to make hard decisions.
Yeah.
And the hard decisions sometimes put you in a position where you can do things for people on the back end, but they don't see it until you're already gone. And so I think a lot of what President Obama did, we won't really see the full impact on until years after he's out of office.
But even as a senator, his hands was tied a little bit too. So he can't be everything to everybody.
No, but again, I just think we wanted him to be a god instead of a politician.
Exactly, and that's
And so that's the thing. When you're a politician, you fuck up. You do things that I don't want you to do. You make decisions that are against my best interest in the name of political interest for you. Obama did that just like every other politician did. It didn't make him a bad politician. It made him human. And so for me, I was always pissed off that we acted like milk and honey was about to start flowing after this nigga got elected.
And it's amazing the passes that this current president gets with his people.
my
And as
God.
far as it frustrates me with sometimes our criticism of our own of Barack Obama, right? Compared to look what we got, the fuckery we have now. And Jeff, like Trump used to be a good friend of mine, where my opinion of him has changed drastically.
The president buys pussy. You understand what I'm saying?
And nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Not anything wrong with that.
No, but think about it. If somebody said Obama bought pussy in college, that nigga would
They're gonna try to end his whole legacy.
Obama wore a tan suit. And it was really a scandal for a long time.
Right.
This guy
he
is
put
on
his feet up on the desk. And
Trump
it was a
is
scandal.
on his third wife. 2 of them were not American citizens,
all
right?
his kids indicted.
We cannot stop hearing about Obama and all these conspiracy theories and the criticism
But we know it's
with
two
Michelle.
Americas, so we know it's two
Absolutely.
Americas. And for black people to say, but Rock didn't do anything for black people, I pushed back on that because I said if he didn't do anything, what he did was he did give young black kids a chance to maybe have a dream to be president. Because when I grew up, I never thought I'd be a black president.
But
if he
even
did
more than
anything,
that, he got kids with pre-existing condition healthcare.
Exactly.
He got people the ability to stay on their parents' healthcare when they're in college.
Exactly.
Like 26 years old.
He pardoned more people than any other
Exactly.
president in the
He
history
did
of
a lot for
America.
black people.
I mean, so he did a lot. The thing is, so often we want to couch shit in it being black, as opposed to understanding that the policies impacted black people in a way without having to call it black.
they wanted Obama to call the WIC office if they missed their WIC appointment and say,
you know, it was a whole lot of people loved them. What they were calling them, the Obama phones.
yeah.
Listen, I met this crackhead, drug addict, like outside of a McDonald's, like I don't know, somewhere in the hood. Don't ask me what I was doing down there. It's really none of your business. But anyways, I was down there and I was just talking to the people. Sometimes we do that. And he had a cell phone, and it was just like he had one of those cell phones, and he lived on a mattress in someone's backyard.
This dude asked me for $1 just last week, and I didn't have any change. I said I just got debit cards, and he took out his phone and had the square. I'm not lying. At the gas station, he had the squares. Hey, brother, I take them too. I was like,
Wow.
That was actually brilliant, though, man. That was brilliant.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
That was brilliant.
Yo, this is a true story. Hand to God, we all feed the homeless downtown. And one
My
time
Friend's
I
House
was
Foundation.
struggling, my friend's house. I was struggling. It's about maybe 15 years, no, about 10 years ago. We down. You can't hear me?
yeah,
Turn your face away from me.
So, can y'all hear me now?
we can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, so about a couple of years ago, I'm gonna say maybe 5 years ago, I'm down there and my phone was turned off. I'm down there volunteering. I give a homeless dude some money and he was on the phone. And I'm like, I'm just jealous of this dude. Like, wow,
His
man,
priorities
my
was
phone-
better than yours.
I gave this dude $2, but he got a phone, and I walk around in shame because I can't tell nobody my phone
What
turned
network you on,
off.
Obama? It ain't Sprint. AT&T.
We got my man Jeff Johnson in the studio here on the Unstable Podcast. Y'all canceled your Netflix subscription yet? Y'all cancel? I mean,
Hey, let's get into that.
because that's what Monique is calling for a boycott.
That's what I want to talk to Jeff
Evidently,
about.
nobody canceled a Netflix subscription because actually Netflix is at $100 billion now market value when it surged 10%, the highest it's ever been.
Wow.
But for people that don't know what I'm talking about, Monique, the comedian, one of the queens of comedy, she's calling for a boycott
She's a
of the
legend.
streaming service after she says she was a victim of racism and sexism by the company because she was offered $500,000 for her comedy special when others such as Chris
Schumer.
Rock, Amy Schumer got what, 15 million or
12
whatnot,
million.
12
Dave
million or
Chappelle.
whatever.
Amy got
Dave
11.
Chappelle got 20 million.
Amy got offered 11 and went back and negotiated, I think, for $2 more million.
And that's the key. She negotiated. Her agents negotiated, got that kind of money. Well, Monique, I don't know if we have the sound or not, but
Yeah,
Monique,
play the video right here.
Okay,
That's the
well,
video.
Monique actually had this to say on social media.
Hey, my loves. I am asking that you stand with me and boycott Netflix for gender bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week to do a comedy special. However, Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $20 million. Then Amy Schumer went back and renegotiated $2 more million because she said, I shouldn't get what the men are getting, they're legends, however, I should get more, and Netflix agreed. When we asked Netflix to explain the difference, why the money was so different, they said, well, we believe that's what Monique will bring. We said, well, what about my resume? They said, we don't go off of resumes. Then we asked them, what was it about Amy Schumer? And they said, well, she sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and she had a big movie over the summer. Is that not Amy Schumer's resume? And then Netflix said, by the way, we believe Monique is a legend too. Why shouldn't I get what the legends are getting? Please stand with me in this boycott of Netflix. I love us for real.
All right, so just your thoughts on that. I mean, you guys are comedians. You know what it's like to be a comedian and trying to negotiate contracts to get on Netflix or any other stage.
I heard she was offered, they were going to give her $3 million, but they wanted her to audition, and she was kind of offended by that. And that was the potential of her deal, was like $2 or $3 million.
That's the first I've heard that.
Yeah.
To audition?
Yeah.
Audition for what?
What they do is they want to, because she's been off the scene for a little while. She just came back to stand up maybe about the last 3 or 4 years. But, you know, her work does speak for itself. But there is a process to where you got to get back, get your time back.
They would actually make you come
back
to the Improv in front of like 300 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other
They
piece,
wanna
is,
see
the
your
other piece,
material.
the shit is about market.
Yeah.
Right.
So people don't get hired always by their resume. They get
Right.
hired by their current market value.
trust me, I know.
So I don't think anybody can take anything away from her resume.
Right.
But
Nothing.
the market value
Right.
is different because this motherfucker's like, who's Monique?
Right.
So
Right now.
and then she,
Right now.
I saw a video she just did where she tried to talk about how much money was it the next what Christmas movie did she just do?
Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas.
But
So
what she did was she Fox News the story because that's
question.
true.
No, she was talking about here's what the tickets brought in for next Christmas.
It was kind of true.
Yeah, but she wasn't the star of the movie.
Do
And
we-
then she also took Amy Schumer's probably lowest grossing movie, as opposed to and listen, I don't have no love for Amy Schumer.
Right,
So
right.
you are not gonna see me on here trying to sing her praises.
Right.
And I love Monique. My thing is as business people, before you negotiate, you got to know what your real value
Thank
is
you.
versus
Right.
just your resume.
And that's what I
think-
said. Go ahead,
I
Claudia.
think sometimes if we take the personality out of it, I think she does make valid points, but
She makes
because
a lot of valid
because
points.
it's Monique, a lot of times, and we kind of like
Because she got blackballed.
She got blackballed, and
Yeah.
she has some valid points. So sometimes, like people are quick to like, yeah, whatever. The fact of the matter is, she was offered $500,000.
Right.
Okay, maybe she should not get as much as Amy Schumer because whatever her demographic or whatever the hell.
Right.
But like, let's not deny that she definitely has quite a resume, and she
No, she's a
she
queen
is a
of
draw.
comedy,
And it shouldn't
definitely.
be that. It shouldn't be that much of a discrepancy.
Well,
I don't think.
It's
Here it is.
about
I think-
who gonna
I
buy
think-
tickets, who's gonna
It
watch.
is.
That's
Yeah.
the question.
I think
Right.
Netflix should have came in with at least $1 million.
I
at
do
least
too.
$1 million, and not 500,000. But at the same time, I mean, she's coming back to the game. Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, they kind of been back in the game a little bit longer, and their work speaks for itself as far as the numbers that they put up, and selling out stadiums or arenas and theaters and things like that. So, if I was Monique, what I would have done was basically flipped it. I would have auditioned.
Especially if there's a potential to get the
Would
$3
you
million.
have? Would you have? I
Absolutely.
mean, with her resume, once
Yes.
again, she
Oscar winner.
has an she has an
That's
Academy
acting.
Award.
That's acting.
I understand that, but
acting and stand up are two different worlds. It really is.
I think she's frustrated because she feels like she's not getting the respect she
Right.
deserves.
And she deserves
then
respect.
she acts out, and then people use that against her as the
Of
angry
course,
black
and I
woman.
believe
And
they
then when she got
blackballed her.
Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey
Yes.
kind of blacklisting, like not really dealing with her,
Right.
it just kind of like people piled on.
right. And the thing about
But
Monique,
she's not helping her case either.
No.
you got to know your worth. And if she feels like she's worth more than that, then by God, stand your ground.
Take it somewhere else.
and do that. But at the same time, Monique's always been confident. That's why I always loved. That's why you love Monique, because when
Yeah.
she was big, she was confident in her beauty and her bigness, and she's always commanded the stage. So it's no different from when she's saying,
Well, and,
I
and
deserve
look at
more.
what Wanda Sykes did. She got offered something by Netflix she thought was bullshit. She went somewhere
She went
else.
to Epic, took the
we went to
Epic.
Epics and got more money.
Yeah.
And she's being dragged because she actually lost weight, and because in her stand-up act, she's always talking about big girls and always talking about skinny bitches
Fuck
or whatever.
skinny bitches.
And now she's skinny herself, so she's getting dragged for that, and she's getting dragged for the comment she said because she's the most decorated
Decorated
comedian
comedian.
alive.
well, see, I push back on that because Yeah, she's a legend, unless she's all that. But you got Whoopi Goldberg,
Yeah.
who has
And EGOT.
He got the Tony, the Oscar, the Emmy,
the Grammy.
Emmy, and
her Grammy was for comedy,
right? And for comedy. But I think Michael Blackson should be upset because I think he's the most decorated comedian alive right now.
Michael Blackson.
Take a look.
Michael
Michael Blackson clothes go from Christmas wrapping paper to birthday wrapping paper to anniversary wrapping paper. That's the most decorated comedian of all time.
Do you think the criticism that Monique faces, do you think it's fair or unfair? Do you think it would be the same if she was a man saying the things that she's saying?
No,
Well,
not at all.
we know it's unfair for women, unfortunately. So of course it would have been different. I absolutely would have been different if she wasn't a woman.
What advice would you guys give her moving forward as far as like how she responds?
And stop getting blackballed. Here's the thing: she has to really look at it like from a business point.
A little more Jay-Z, a little less Tyrese.
Hey, there you go. I start asking,
like
is she
that.
going? Because here's what happened: they gave Amy Schumer $11 million, right? So that's a business move that they made, and that special tanked really bad. It sucked. So you think they're gonna give somebody else $11 million if they don't have no proof of what's gonna happen? It's business. I don't think that was personal at all.
And that's unfair because they did go off Amy's popularity.
Right, it sucked. And you think they're gonna spend $11 million again?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people talk about being in Hollywood and just business and broadcasting in general, especially black people. We don't want to kiss ass, but we have to play the game sometimes. You understand that. You have to play the game. You got to understand who your Oprahs are in this world. You don't have to please everybody, but you got to please the right people. And you can't.
And you got to be clear what enemies you make.
Exactly.
And you got to know where you are in your career. You got to know who you are. But at the same time, when you're playing the game, as long as it doesn't mess up your morals and your values, you got to play the game. You got to take your ego out of it.
Right.
And ego stands for edging God out. So you gotta take your ego out of it and say, you know what, I'm gonna prove my worth. I've been doing that my whole career.
I think some of the realest people in this business will always be frustrated with how this shit really works.
Right.
Because you can't always say what you really, really, really want to sometimes.
Right.
Yep.
There's a little bit of game playing that has to go on if you want to
They'll
have
make you
longevity,
look
unfortunately.
But you can't do that in 8th grade. I mean, wherever you are, you got to play the game.
Right.
There's certain stuff you got to do to be able to just make it through.
I know I'm not as hot as now as I was back in the American History X days and the Life days. So I understand where I am and I'm cool with it. It's just, okay, let me get my grind on and get back to where I feel like I should be.
And this shit's a marathon.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't no
is.
sprint.
Yeah.
And
There are ups and downs like
there's-
the stock market.
And if you play it right, that next opportunity is always coming if you work this thing the right way.
It's probably hard for some people to accept that truly. You know what I mean? Like people think once I got to this level, like I'm at that level always, and it's actually ebbs and flows. And sometimes you have
learned
to,
the hard way.
Yeah, like sometimes you still acting like you are when you're on network TV, when you back on basic cable.
Right.
And,
Or
And I
you're
can't
on Instagram.
imagine what it would be like to get an Oscar,
It's
and
on
then, I can't imagine what it would be like to get an Oscar and then not feel like you're getting what you're worth, even if it doesn't make sense.
Jr. did Snow Dogs after he got his Oscar, so they're gonna get us like that
Michael Caine
regardless.
did a bunch of shit movies too after he got his Oscar. So it happens.
And then being a black woman, it's
Take that
so
check.
easy to get that label on you as the angry black woman.
Well,
that's
we get that
difficult
label
to
too as
work
angry
with.
black man. I get it all the time.
I wonder how you can get that.
It's a difference.
Well, that's a warranted.
It's a
Who is
difference.
saying that about you, guy?
Some are stereotypes, some just fucking facts.
Oh God! Oh, look, that's still.
But here's the thing: I'm not angry. I'm just unfiltered.
Mad as a motherfucker.
I'm unfiltered. See, here's the thing: people say I got meaner, right?
Let me give a definition of unfiltered. Angry.
Hold up, nigga, if I beat your ass.
It's not the fact. Well, but that didn't come from this side. That came from the other side. That didn't come from this side.
We're gonna bring up old stuff,
I'm
man.
just saying. So what I'm
it,
saying is, I'm not meaner where I am. I'm older. The older you get, I'm the oldest person in this room.
Yeah.
So the older you get, the more unfiltered you get. Your grandma and grandpa are some foul-mouthed motherfuckers right now. They wasn't that foul in their 30s and 40s, but I've gotten more and more unfiltered, and less. I don't tolerate much shit now like I used to. You know, the dimples. You don't see the dimples as much anymore. Because now I'm like, okay. I'm tired of this
I've
shit.
been knowing you since you were in your 30s, bro.
I know.
You've always been
You ain't been knowing that long. I'm 49. You ain't been knowing me for 19 years.
I've been knowing, well, 10 years is like you were 39 years old. I've been knowing you since my ESPN days. And I remember you almost got in a fight in Connecticut with the...
I've been fighting all my life.
Oh my
I had to fight.
Guy, I was
5'7". I'm always gonna be challenged.
Guy, I was out at a little event, and like two people came up to me and told me about you in fights.
Yeah, I fight all the time.
I know. I didn't know you had so many fights.
Yeah.
But hold
I
on,
didn't know this about
what
you.
you don't understand is that
Like, all throughout our years of friends, I didn't know
Claudia,
that.
there was just a big fight at a comedy club in South Carolina. We're going to talk about this later, right?
Guy.
So we talked. They actually
Ain't
called,
nothing
and there's
new.
two sides of the story. So the head of security from the club called me and wanted to interview. You know who he brought about fighting in the club?
Oh yeah.
He said, I gotta do y'all show.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I gotta do y'all show. Yeah, Steve Brown was dead wrong, but did you know Guy Jory got an He said, I was on stage like, come on, Guy, come on. I said, we gotta bring you on.
Hilarious.
Before we started doing this podcast, me and Guy have been friends for years.
Yeah,
4
about
years.
20
But I've never
20-something.
seen this side of him.
Because we
ever.
never hung out as much as we do now.
I see you on the cruises when like
Yeah.
things are good. And
When things are good.
I heard you like clacking your balls once on the trip.
Yeah.
Right?
Ew.
No, seriously.
Because the Tom Jones cruise is such a happy cruise.
Yes,
Like there's
right.
no negativity there.
If anyone would have told me a year ago that you have had any views, I would have fought them for speaking ill of my Guy Torrey.
ESPN has a video out of guys' greatest hits and fights.
I didn't know this about you. Guy.
When you're 5'7" and you're a comedian,
5'6".
people try you.
You tried it.
Trying to add that extra inch.
I have women I've dated who's come over and like very early in the relationship and spend the night. I'm like, well, what made you trust me? She's like, boy, you little. I feel like I could take you. I feel like I could take you. If you try something, I could take you.
So does that make you angrier?
No, it doesn't. It's all in fun.
No,
I don't
'cause he
trip
still
my-
got
but
the
I do
draws.
get
He don't
challenged.
care.
I do get challenged,
Right.
but I'm gonna make sure you make good on that challenge. If you challenge me, I do have trigger words. And
It's
when
so
you, and
weird
you
when
hit that
people-
trigger word, it's going down.
It's just weird to me, like people with dimples when they want to fight. You know what I mean? It's like hard to take that. I don't know.
Because
You
people,
see,
people think those dimples,
I
they take
know.
you for being soft.
I know, but I just jolly.
Or you think they think that.
No, when they challenge it, when they say, I never fight until someone says, I'm gonna beat your ass. I
Yeah,
never
but,
initiate.
but you know what you do? You force the person to say that. That's what he do. He'll be saying, hey, motherfucker, you bitch ass nigga, and throw a rock at him. I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh, you want to fight?
I had no idea before
You
this podcast.
started it.
Guy Torrey.
He in court talking about Nicole Simpson. She ran into that knife, nigga.
Oh shit. Too far.
Hey, I'm from St. Louis. We got a lot of fighters that come from St.
I
Louis.
see.
A whole lot.
I see.
Spinks, Devin Alexander, come on.
So Jeff, how's it been doing the show?
Fantastic. I mean, I pitched this show to BT 4.5 years ago.
Wow.
And I mean, people who don't know TV have
I was
no
gonna say
idea
that. It's a process.
how long this stuff
It's a
takes. So,
process.
I just got done writing a book for Steve Harvey called "Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success." And Steve was hot then. I mean, he hadn't made a whole bunch of missteps. People were loving him. I was like, so Steve and I walked this into BET together. Because I know BET well enough to know that no matter how long I've been there, if I went in there by myself, they wasn't gonna take the show. Because listen, we know who we are, right?
Know how it goes.
Right.
So they were down for the show. Deborah Lee and Steve Harvey talked. They wanted to do it, but then it was all these shifts at BET.
Yeah, I got caught in that shift.
There were 3 heads of development that left
Yeah.
in between that
Yeah.
time. So in the midst of that, I kept pushing, was clear about it. Finally, we shot a pilot. Big up to a bunch of dudes that came through to do a pilot for free.
Wow.
Orlando Jones came through,
Nice.
Tank came through, Laz Alonso, John Sally,
So
all
you had
came
no
through.
negativity.
There was a lot of
Yeah,
negativity.
I'm about
to say.
It was a lot of negativity. No,
But it was
no,
positive.
no,
They
it was
came to
negativity.
help
No,
on the strength.
no, it was
That's-
great. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, because y'all know, cats always want something.
Oh.
All of these brothers came through for nothing.
Right,
We
good.
got Lexus to come through and give us an automobile for a non-airing pilot.
Oh, wow.
So it was incredible. 2 years later, we finally got the concept ready. We launched last Thursday. We're getting ready to go into our second episode. I'm having a fucking ball.
That's awesome.
Awesome,
And so,
man. Awesome.
it's me, Tank, my man Slink, aka Black Jesus,
Yeah.
and young brother Cosign, part of the interns, producers. It's a fantastic show. If y'all haven't seen it, 10:30 every Thursday, BT.
And it's
10:30
really
Eastern.
rare to see in entertainment straight black men on a TV show. Let's be honest about that. No, seriously, and that's no shade. But it
Straight
seems
black
like,
men.
but no, it seems like black masculinity is
Right.
something that television has been
The
shying
whole
away
crew,
from.
like for us to get this show on TV, one of y'all gonna have to limp. That's all I'm saying.
I'm fighting.
But I'm just saying, though, don't you see that? Like, if you look at entertainment, like, look at all the shows that have like hosts. It seems like they will have they seem to run from like black masculinity. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like straight black men. It seems
Well, it's not like we've seen a whole lot. I mean, if we're honest, in the last year, we've seen a whole lot of content on TV that's shown black men differently than we've seen them in a long time.
Right.
But not talk. There's no black talk men's piece anywhere.
And it's been attempts at it, but it just hasn't been successful. So I'm happy to see this. And that's no shade against the gay community, nothing like that. But I feel like there needs to be a balance.
Right.
Like for a while, you seemed like you really couldn't find like black masculinity. You know what I mean? Straight black men on with talk shows.
Well, and to keep it 100, my thing is I just want to blow all that shit out of the water. Like I want us to be comfortable with the complexity of black masculinity.
Right, there should
and
be
all of it.
All of it, exactly.
And-
That's why I
and-
fight.
And if we can
Oh,
do
Lord.
and if we can do that, then we don't even have to get to that point, because I agree with you. I mean, we're putting people in all these boxes, and we only want to see this, we want to see
Right.
this, and most of the time, black men on TV are a caricature
Right.
versus who we are. Or if you're this, you can only be this.
Exactly.
Because I know you've been on shows, and people have been like, "Well, I need you to be more funny."
Oh, no, not more funny, but more black. When I did the movie The Animal with Rob Schneider, and he was like, you know, you need to do it like this. I'm like, you trying to teach me how to act black?
Yeah,
But he was
that's
really trying to hold me
ridiculous.
back.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But you think it one or the
No.
other, because either you're too black or not black enough.
Right.
And it's when
And
you
who
have,
the hell decides?
well, the executive producer.
When
or
a
the
white
director.
person tells you that too. I
Yeah.
remember being on like a print job one time, and it was like
Yeah.
all black models, and they literally wanted us to like coon, like
Coon, and
like,
that's what it
"Oh,
was.
Can you open your eyes bigger?" I'm like,
And
impossible.
that's what Rob
Yeah,
Schneider
like,
wanted in The Animal. What I mean,
Right.
I'm not cooning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that shit's
I was ready to quit the movie. Like, yo, take this. I'm not cooning. I'm not.
But you
get
know what's
somebody else
worse
to do
too is when it comes from the black community, when you're not black enough. When you
Yeah.
when you speak and you're articulate,
Well,
and they don't think you're
Obama
black
got
enough,
that,
or they think that you're corny because you speak the King's English or whatever.
But the challenge in this space
That's
is
niggativity.
people
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want to let you be anything except what they think you
Exactly.
are.
Right.
And so, literally after the first show, I had a problem because I had folks saying, "Well, Jeff, I thought the show was going to be smarter. I thought that this was going to be a little bit more substantive." I'm like, "Well, who the fuck told you that?"
Right.
Because I never said that's what the
They
show was
put
going
you
to
in
be.
a box that
Yeah,
they
they
wanted to
do.
see you in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how
and
Hollywood
I
is.
created the show to bust the box.
That's how Hollywood is. I remember this production company, white production company, that did this script with Burt Reynolds. Mostly a black cast, mostly. They screened the movie, got great reviews. Burt Reynolds got the greatest reviews ever, best acting job ever. But then when they took it to Hollywood to sell it, they said, "Great movie, but this is a black movie." They said, "Yeah, it's black people in it, but it's Burt Reynolds the star." "Yeah, but it's a black movie." And they said, "Okay, yeah." They said, "Where's the drugs? Where's the killing?
Wow.
Where's the sex?" And they said that's what they wanted to see. Hollywood wanted to see a black movie like that. Same thing happened with when Tyler Perry had his show. Somebody went to pitch another show, a companion piece to go to the show on the network, and this white executive sat in the room and said, "Well, we have the NBA."
Oh wow!
As
Wow,
if that
yeah.
the NBA
I've heard that
was
story.
a, was,
Yeah, I've
was
heard
a
that
black
story as
program.
well.
Yeah.
Like, well, we don't need another black show. We have the NBA.
Yeah, we got to overcome that. And
But
shows
that-
like
but
Man
that's not
Cave,
us, though. That's-
shows like Man Cave,
Yeah.
and great guests like Jeff Johnson coming in or whatever, and of course the Unstable Podcast is helping overcome some of those negative stereotypes out there, man. Hey Jeff, man, once again, tell people how you can people can watch Man Cave.
Every Thursday night, BT 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Pacific.
Social media.
Oh yeah, no, BT Man Cave.
And so can I get a guest role? Come on the show. Whatever.
Absolutely, man. It's a spot waiting for you. I thought you was coming.
Wow.
I think he just
And he looks so serious about it too. See, yeah, Barnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Jeff, and you,
I'm gonna be just like Martin on Barnell Hill.
He gonna show me your seat. He like, yeah, you section G1. That's where you gonna sit right there.
All right,
man.
we're gonna
Thank
take a
you.
little break. We're gonna come back. Very special guests right next here on the Unstable Podcast. Back on the Unstable Podcast, Mike Hill hanging out with you. C Murder, Claudia Jordan in the house.
Hi, Mike.
Of
How
course.
are you today?
I'm doing so well.
How's
I'm
the
doing
headache?
It's great. My head is fine. Thank you for asking.
Your
I
head's
appreciate
fine.
it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Guy Torrey, of course, the nicest guy in the world, of course. Jeff Johnson still hanging out with us. Of course, Steve Wilson's in the back.
I didn't know he's bringing the camera over here yet. My
And
bad. I thought you was going to the other side of the room. My bad.
coming in, very special guest, supermodel, entrepreneur. She's got a sunglass line now. She's got her own modeling school, and of course, she's a star. Real Housewives of Atlanta
And bags.
and bags. Cynthia
And a new candle line.
and a new
Who's counting?
entrepreneur. That's what I'm saying. I like that.
She way better
Cynthia
than-
Bailey's in the house. Give her a warm welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you
in.
guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And the
Excited to
nicest
be here.
girl on Atlanta Housewives.
Yes.
I will say.
I try.
You made
to
it
be.
you made it easier.
What was it like?
I try.
Tell us about it. Give us some stories. Give us some stuff
Give
that
us
we
some
didn't
dirt
see
on
on Bravo.
Claudia.
Yeah.
There's no dirt.
Yeah.
No, but when you were on the show, I mean, you did your thing. I mean, you kind of brought out my little bad side a little bit.
I would like to call it your bold side.
Yeah.
Because I don't think
Okay.
we were coming from a good place.
We were. We
Yeah.
had good intentions.
Yeah, because I feel like they make the nice girls look bad and the bad girls look nice on that show a lot of times. I feel like they do that because that's better TV than the girl you would expect to be mean being mean and the girl you would expect to be nice being nice. I feel like that's what a lot of reality TV shows do.
Yeah, I definitely think bad behavior is applauded more than class.
No one cares
For
if you're
sure.
out here trying to save the world and help people. Like they're like, oh, boring.
Right. No, it's true.
Is that what Atlanta Housewives are doing, trying to save people?
in our own dramatic way.
Because every time I watch
We're
it,
definitely
Special.
saving people in our own dramatic way.
every time you throw a drink in somebody's face, bitch, and then they go to commercial.
Well,
Some bitches' skin's dry and they need
Okay.
moisture.
I will say this, that out of all the housewives, you and Candy are the ones that I like the most because you guys come across the right way. You show yourself with class, dignity. You, of course, there are going to be arguments every now and then, but at the same time, you guys come across like
Fair.
normal, good human beings, and I can respect that. But you're
Thank
also
you.
exciting. You're also somebody that you're interesting, and I want
Thank
to
you.
know
Thank
more
you.
about you.
Well, this is my 8th season on the show. Season number 10
All right,
for Atlanta.
all right, all right.
Atlanta's number 1. I actually met Miss Jordan on the show, so we got a lot of stories as well. But anyway, long story short, I really, this experience being on the show has been amazing for me. The platform has been incredible. My only goal was to just try to be me. It's a reality show, so I want to show my real reality, whether it's whether or not I'm the most entertaining, or most ratchet, or the most exciting. I'm just giving you Cynthia, and I've really stood by that.
Damn sure the most beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Is she more beautiful in person or in the show, guy?
More beautiful in person and then more beautiful.
More beautiful.
And then more beautiful.
Jeff had a question.
And she's very sweet.
No. I just thought it was dope that so we talked earlier about complexity, right? And just showing your whole self, even this notion of what does co-parenting look like. And how can you parent with somebody that you're not with, but you still like and you work with and you're friends with, and it's healthy. And I thought that was dope because you don't see that shit on reality TV. Right. So
Yeah.
I was really thankful for just how complex you are as a person and the fact that you weren't afraid to show all of that.
Be
Yeah,
careful.
that was-
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh,
Be
no,
careful
no,
talking about
go
parenting on this show.
Guy, go sit in the corner.
No, God, go ahead.
No, that's actually one of the things that I'm the proudest of, about showing on the show. It was important to me for the world to know that, Noel has a father, she has a dad. But, when I married my ex-husband, she had a second dad. But I didn't want to ever put it out there or present it in a way where he was not in her life, because he very much is. And we are friends. I have this thing, I actually like to be friends with all my exes.
Wow.
So do I. I love that. I love that.
I do. I do
It
too.
doesn't always work out.
I
but
do
always
too,
try.
but it's hard when they're trying to destroy you and make you
Michael,
commit
yours is for a
suicide.
different reason.
Well, yeah,
I hate when that happens.
Might
Yeah,
have to
I've
catch
had some
them when
pretty
they
good
lay
exes.
lonely at home crying, and you're like, oh, hey, can we be friends?
Are you serious?
Or
man?
buy you insincere bottles of champagne. On the boat.
Just because.
Wait. Oh my God! I
Is that
forgot
some
my
shade I don't know about?
Well, we had a moment on the Tom Joyner cruise. You were there, right?
Buying insincere bottles of champagne.
What's an insincere bottle of champagne?
Well, we were on the cruise. What happened, Jeff?
It was a Tom Joyner cruise. We were all sitting there playing cards.
We were. Great time.
And all of a sudden, Stephen Hill, who was playing cards with us,
Okay,
gets
Stephen.
sent a bottle of champagne
Okay.
by Claudia's former husband. who I didn't even know was that fucking cool with Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill didn't know he was that cool with him. And it was the most ridiculous shit ever.
The former vice president of BET,
That you
Stephen Hill.
send a bottle of Dom on the Tom Joyner crew.
Dom, he had that kind of money, Cynthia?
No, talking about my
It's not my stuff.
That's what I'm
Claudia's
saying.
ex-boyfriend.
and then
Ex-husband.
well,
Claudius.
we'll say it
Claudius.
wasn't Knowles.
Let's get the story right. Let's get the story right.
And yes,
This
she
is
has
not
that
my
type of
story.
money.
Okay. This is Claudia's story with her ex-husband, not my ex-husband. Get it right. Let's
So
go.
what happened? So we were playing cards, and a bottle gets sent over to one of our friends,
Yes.
and then it was so ridiculous.
Why did he send the bottle of champagne over?
Yeah, what's
Just
wrong with
stunt
getting a
room,
bottle
just a
of
stunt.
champagne sent over?
That's what cats do in the hood to show you I got money too. They do stupid stuff like that.
But
They'll
it
send
was
you a
in
bottle of
the
champagne.
middle of the day where we were playing spades on the deck of a boat. And the shit was just so inappropriate. It just was, please see me because I'm a child. And I need attention. And because nobody's paying me attention, I'm gonna buy a bottle of Dom and send it to somebody I'm not even that cool with. And even they are looking at him like, why the fuck are you sending me this bottle of Dom?
And so he didn't know Steven like that. He didn't know Steven at all.
He knew Steven.
Okay.
He didn't know Steven to send him a bottle of Dom in the middle of the day during a spades game.
Maybe he thought he was thirsty.
And then
Maybe he looked a little parched.
You give the punchline.
Well, can I just say? Can I just say, in his defense, he has great taste.
Yes.
It was a bottle of Dom. Let's just
Thank you.
put that out there.
Cynthia keeping
You
it
know,
positive.
and I think we may be like losing focus right now. Like, I mean, we can finish the story. I'm just saying. I mean, I just got here. I don't even work with you guys, but I'm just saying. It seems like, you know.
no, we just have a lot of stories because there's a lot of history here.
Okay.
What happened though?
Huh?
Punchline.
Did you guys drink the champagne?
Did you drink the? Yeah.
Like, what happened?
I don't know what the punchline is. I'm fucking high as shit. I told you. Listen,
and
don't.
there is the punchline.
If you're looking to me for leadership on this particular episode, it's not gonna happen. Look, I
Okay.
took fat
And to
burners.
Cynthia's
This
point-
may go anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
we're-
so
we're-
you
point,
guys
we've
are all
lost
over the
focus.
place.
It's unstable.
I'm on
It is
fat.
unstable.
I'm on fat burners. I didn't eat for like 2 days. I'm trying to lose this weight, and I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. So I'm just
Okay.
rolling with y'all. So
All
I'm
right.
following y'all.
Okay, so this is like a runaway train. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to Miss
All right,
Cynthia
like,
Bailey.
I just thought it was a little more structured. I don't know. I thought we were like
Structure.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
unstable.
Hey.
Baby, I'm behind
I mean,
you getting high.
Cynthia saying you don't need to hire a
Hey.
motherfucking producer.
She was like,
Where's
Like,
the producer?
where are my talking points? What are we talking about here?
she was like,
Okay.
what in the
All right.
hell
But
did I
we-
just
but
sign
see,
up
we
for?
went. This is not.
in the next break, we're
Claudia's
gonna say, what
story
the
is
fuck?
not
You
on
ready?
here.
Oh, sorry. Whoa.
It says ad-lib discussion.
Okay. All right.
So Cynthia, you're new. You're back.
He's showing
You are a.
All right. I'm
You're
back.
like a
Let's go.
released minnow back into the stream because you are you got divorced. You're on the show. You had a divorce, and you're
Yes.
back out in the scene dating again.
I am.
And how has that been for you?
I love the stories.
I know. Despite the laughter that it's got, dating's been good. It's been good. I've been taking my time. Once my divorce was officially final, that's when I really jumped out there, and I wanted to give myself at least a year before I, dated exclusively, and now I may have to be like a year and a half. I haven't really met the guy
You can tell.
yet,
but she
who I
said-
just want to, I just don't feel like I've met the guy yet.
Has it been fun?
And I don't want to settle, you know.
yeah.
Been fun.
It's been fun.
So
It's
what's
been
the
a lot of
litmus?
fun.
What's the litmus?
Right.
Yeah.
What's the
Like
litmus?
what are you what are your the things that you just will not compromise on? He has to have this.
And do you have a type?
Do I have a type? Okay, let me
Then
start
what's
with
your
that.
language of love?
Okay, wait a minute.
no,
You're
what's the-
asking too many questions.
And what's
All
the
right,
credit
so do I have a
score?
type? Let me just start with that. I think I do have a type. I do have a type. I definitely would like, ideally, for you to be at least 38 and up, but not like past 55.
Okay.
I mean, I do like a young 56, 57, but I'm not really trying to go much further than that. I do, I don't discriminate, but I do like my chocolate brothers. I do have a little,
Like Claudia.
Okay.
yeah, I do like a little chocolate.
Chocolate as in chocolate like guy or just brothers?
Yeah, 'cause
Like
you hear
guy.
him asking,
Oh, like
am I
guy.
chocolate?
Yeah,
Okay,
like I like
okay.
my brothers. I've dated all kinds
But he's
of men.
saying, what is his hue good?
So you're saying you don't like light skinned guys.
No. I didn't say I didn't like light skinned guys. I
said-
said,
You can't stand light skinned
I
guys.
didn't say that.
You hate
I
light
didn't say
skinned
that.
guys.
I just kind of naturally, I'm attracted to,
You think light skin guys
a
are
little more
soft?
chocolate.
Light skin guys are
Look,
soft.
I'm fine with like lighter chocolate. Okay, I'm just saying I just kind of prefer dark.
What about facial hair?
Okay.
Is that important to you?
Oh, not long. I don't like long.
Okay.
What
I
the
like-
hell? What the fuck is
You know,
going
like But yours
Baron
is really-
David back there.
Go to commercial. What the fuck is going on?
I just like it like short
called you
and like
beautiful. You walked in this
Hey,
motherfucker.
listen, you guys asked what I was attracted to. I'm telling you.
What are your deal
All right.
breakers?
Deal breaker for me is I personally am not going to have any more children come out of my body. So if you want a child to come out of my womb, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I can't, at this
Sometimes
point,
you don't feel like giving birth.
Well, at this point, it would just be a lot.
Participant in
I have an 18-year-old. I turned 50. I'm 50. I'm a 50-year-old woman. So
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
at this point, thank you,
Gorgeous.
thank you. It's just not something that I'm looking for.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Well, let's see.
Jesse Williams, light skinned nigga from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing names out there.
Idris Elba, probably.
Tay Diggs. Is Tay Diggs
I-
still hot?
I recently decided that my crush last year was The Rock.
Okay.
Light
Okay.
skin, brother. Light
And
skin,
who
brother.
happens to be light skinned.
Look at Mike.
But there's always exceptions. There's always exceptions.
But all the
my-
tattoos make them darker.
But I think more recently, my celebrity crush, and this is like, celebrity crush, like people that I probably won't meet or whatever.
Yes, you
or
will.
like they won't care that I have a
I'll
You're a
make a
celebrity
call.
yourself.
All right. Well, I know, but I don't consider myself a celebrity in that way. But anyway, getting back to the question, Lenny Kravitz, I think looks great.
He's a shorter man.
Kinda
And he's light skinned.
Yeah, like that. So
And Lenny might be
So
one
I
of the
may be
coolest people
changing
on the
over
planet.
to lighter skin. Like, I don't know.
How difficult is it dating because you are a celebrity and you're well known, you have money? How difficult is it dating just maybe a common guy, somebody trying to approach you? Or do you find guys are intimidated by you, or are you a little bit more cautious?
I try to be a little bit cautious. I mean, I don't mind giving people a chance, but at the same time, I have to always question, are they dating Cynthia? Are they dating Cynthia from Real Housewives of Atlanta? Like, where
If they
is
come
the
up to
real
you with
interest?
a peach or something like that, then you probably
Right. If they come with a bag of peaches, then I might,
So
Especially
Yeah,
Atlanta.
rethink.
Atlanta's like a very, they really embrace celebrityism down there. Like you could be on one episode of one show and go through the Lenox Mall and someone will recognize you and they go
but them
crazy
dudes
for
don't want her.
celebrity.
Come on, that's Atlanta.
Well, it is tough in Atlanta.
It's 80%.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit glorified, but I think, just even social media, has just changed so much, what just the definition of a celebrity.
Right.
Because there's levels to the celebrity thing now.
So, but what about for you? Like, what do you do different? Because after you go through a divorce, come out of a relationship, if you're smart, you say, wait a minute, I know I'm looking for this, but I want to do this different. What are you doing different as you start dating that you didn't do before, that you're reinvigorating?
I think what I'm doing differently is I am really trying to not only, look for someone that's right for me, but really, make sure I'm right for that person as well. Like I'm doing a lot of self-work because, I'm not, my divorce didn't end because, I was just so amazing. You know what I mean? Like we both had our issues, we both had our faults. And, but that said, I really want to make sure that I am who I want to be in the relationship.
Now, you said you're 50.
I am.
For the
50.
young ladies out there, what's your secret? What have you done to stay looking so amazingly at 50? Because, I wouldn't have guessed 50. at all.
Moisturize, hydrate.
Well, I mean, I take care of myself. I've always looked a little younger than when I was 40, I looked 30. When I was, I've always looked like at least 10 years younger than what I am.
Black don't crack.
I'm just gonna have to say it's just good genes. My family, my mom still looks good. It just is what it
There's
is.
no
But
diet,
I do take,
no exercise, nothing.
I mean, I
just-
take care of myself, but I'm not like, I don't, everything for me is in moderation. I live my life.
Also, when you're like a good person, I think you just look better and like you just glow. Like these raggedy bitches that are evil and mean, seem to age more drastically.
There's her fat burner kicking
I'm
in.
just saying.
Like who?
How do you really feel?
Mike's trying to get,
No, but I know what he's trying to do here. I'm not looking at this little light skin ass.
Don't get that person any energy.
I know, but I'm just saying.
With the person he's trying to get you.
People, I feel like when you're a good person, it kind of comes out. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm not saying I'm Mother Teresa, nobody. I'm just saying that.
But you kind of are,
I feel like
Cynthia.
I'm a decent person.
Maybe
I try to
Michelle
do the right
Obama.
thing. I'm not perfect.
She's a good girl.
You know, I do need to,
Cynthia's a little bit
wake up in the morning to feel good about, the things I've done with my life.
I
and in
know
my
you.
life.
We used to talk like every day for hours on the phone, and we've hung out. And Cynthia's like a sweet, kind of nerdy, kind of like, oh my God, I accidentally killed a butterfly. You know what I mean? Like she's like that.
I did agree to disagree, but
No, you
yeah.
are. You don't. You may think you like have this. You don't have a bad side. You don't.
No, I'm not a bad person.
You don't, and
I'm
then
proud
that
to say
that
I'm
makes
not.
you easily targeted on a reality show. Oh, boring, or this.
Yeah,
and the
but
other.
if you come for me, I mean,
Of course,
if
you have it in.
I mean, deep down in there, if you want to
It'll
bring it out,
Preach!
Listen,
on the show.
if that girl has to come out, she'll
Cynthia, on
come
the show, I'm
out.
not gonna lie, I haven't really watched the show, so can you tell me how many bitches have you slapped on the show?
Not enough.
Hold on.
I can honestly say I have never slapped anyone
How
on the
many
show.
drinks have you
She
thrown in
did
people's
kick
face?
a girl in the pussy
The
once.
question was not kick; it
what?
was slapped.
She did kick someone in the pussy once.
It was not.
And
kick.
and,
The
and
question
at
was
that time,
slapped.
I saw that episode. She
Oh my God,
deserved
you
it.
saw that episode?
She
Oh,
deserved
great.
it.
She kicked someone in
She
the pussy.
came for her. She was defending herself.
I
She kicked her in the pussy mouth.
being straddled, and I removed that person from my space.
Pussy first.
So there's a reason.
It just happened to be in the way. It just happened to be there.
The pussy was on the way.
So you put your big toe in her camel toe.
I was being straddled, and I removed that person from my space with my foot.
Well, like I said, you
Vagina
carry
first.
yourself very well on that show.
We ain't the
You really-
district
Thank you.
attorney. You
Yes.
can tell us what
You
really
really
happened.
do.
I just removed this person from me by her vagina.
But to understand, but Cynthia is like the sweetest person on the show. So for Cynthia to get to that point, it had to be some shit. Trust me.
Here's
Because
the
Cynthia
thing.
doesn't bother anybody.
Even
She
on
doesn't.
that show, there was talk of the other castmates basically saying you needed more of that because you don't defend yourself a lot of times. Remember that? I think it was a couple of seasons ago. They were saying, I don't know which one of your castmates. They were saying when it came to Nene? Is it Nene? When it came to Nene, saying that you didn't defend yourself enough, that you don't stand up for yourself enough. Do you feel like that is the case? Do you feel like you need to do that a little bit more?
I feel like I always defend myself. I've never really had a physical altercation with anyone on the show, which is something that I don't really want to do. I mean, it was not a good moment for me when it got to that point with Portia and I, because that's just not who I am. And I felt like I lost that day because I allowed myself to be taken out of my character.
But I'll
Pretty
tell you
much something
I
that
know
I didn't
exactly
want to
what
do.
you mean. I know when
So-
somebody.
how do you do that?
I mean, but just going back to defending myself, on a reality show, you have the one thing you don't have the power of is editing. So you guys only see snippets of the show. There's a reason I've been on the show for 8 years. If I wasn't able to have a voice or defend myself or have a real presence amongst these women, I wouldn't have lasted for 8 years.
Absolutely.
I appreciate your type of character on a reality show because, like, you don't have to be one certain way.
Right.
We see the same personality represented on a lot of different shows when it comes to black women. Always have a short temper, a short fuse, quick to go off and cuss somebody out, and you come off as classy and elegant, but you
Yes.
still have your swag, you still have your flavor, and hood rats might call that boring. But that's not boring. That's
You're not
actually
boring
being
at all.
a mature. You're a 50-year-old woman. You're not a hood rat. You're not a erratic
Yeah.
teenager. And I feel like you bring enough of that. And I think that's great to be that kind of character on a reality show that usually praises the opposite type of behavior.
Right. Well, I'd rather be boring than be a hoe. I'd rather be boring than be a liar. I'd rather be classy, which I guess pretty much equals boring on that kind of platform, than be deplorable.
And that's one of the reasons why, and it's funny you say that too, because that's one of the reasons why I don't watch as much, because I get tired of seeing our black women being represented that way, and then people think that all black women are all that way. And I know it's a show, and people, they put on a show, but at the same time, I get tired of our black women being disrespected and showing themselves in that light.
Jeff, you had a question for her?
No, I just think Cynthia could give lessons to folks, like on how not to give certain stuff energy. Like whether it's on social media or whether it's at the job or whether it's at the house, like and nobody's saying you're perfect. I get that, right? But what do you do not to go there? when it's so easy to go
8
there?
seasons.
Right.
For 8 seasons.
I mean, trust me. I mean, I definitely have it in me to go there. I can't say that enough. It's just a choice for me. You know, I could clap back on social media. I mean, it's actually easier to go there than not go there. I think it's hard to not. Because it's just not who I am. And it's just not something that I want to be. I'm not going to become someone that I'm not because of a reality show. I don't play a character on the show. I play Cynthia Bailey on the show. And that's all you're going to ever get on the show. That's what you're going to get.
Here's what I have to say about that. And I think one of the reasons why you do so well on the show is because that show didn't make you. You were already a star, a supermodel, already an entrepreneur before you came on the show. So was Candy.
Right.
And that's why I think I look at the two of you and I say, well, they carried themselves the right way because you didn't need that show to become famous. The other people who came on that show, they may have had something going on in their lives, but they weren't celebrities. They weren't already famous.
Candy and I were both definitely in the limelight, you know, at a younger age.
Yeah.
And I came up in New York City. I'm from Alabama, but I moved to New York City when I was 18 years old.
Alabama?
Yeah, she is from
Huntsville is the area.
I know.
Okay.
Bessemer.
All right.
Yeah,
So we can talk about that.
I'm surprised you guys didn't meet sooner.
Right, you're a country folk.
So anyway, you know, I've lived a great life, and I'm very, very secure with who I am, and I don't really feel like I need to be validated by anyone, especially anyone on the show. So I'm good. I'm comfortable.
You can definitely tell the people that have had things going on before a reality show, they're a little less desperate for a scene. No, I'm serious. Like honestly, and then I know that's gonna be taken as shade, and it is. But no, it is. But it is though. If you've had success before a reality show, this isn't your make or break moment on the show. So you and you also have things to lose, as opposed to someone who came in the game only in that lane. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but like I feel like when you have nothing to lose, it's not like there's not a body of work before this or after. Pretty much, you're in that moment. So it's your make or break thing how you do on this show.
Well, I definitely think
some
of the ladies have more to prove than others.
Of course.
And, I think, just being on a reality show can make an insecure person even more insecure. It really, really can. Yeah. Because you're putting your life out there.
Yeah, sometimes people bring out the worst in you. And I mean, they dig, and they'll finally bring it out of you because, like you, I'm pretty mild-mannered. I think of everyone on this show... I'm probably the...
finish what you're saying because I want to address that. Go ahead.
Pretty mild manner, but like I understand, like there's something that's still deep inside all of us that if you bring it out, it will come out.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But, before we go, you want something to say because we got to get to their fight in the comedy club.
I was just saying, did you guys want to address the relationship question of the day?
I asked her, how difficult it is to date a celebrity.
That was it?
Yes,
that was pretty much
anticlimactic.
Well, because
I was a dud.
No, sometimes it's live radio.
Well, why don't you're a celebrity, Claudia? Why don't you answer the question?
In my celebrity life.
You need a scroll.
We hear about it every week, believe me. Because Claudia is she's looking for an Adonis.
A type.
She's looking for
Chiseled
a
chin.
unicorn.
Chiseled chin.
Yes.
She is.
So not true.
Yes.
It is. What?
Not true.
You said that on the show.
I'm extremely open-minded.
Well, I agree to disagree on that. Like, what is your type? Like, I would like to hear your answer to the question. And what is it like for you dating single here in LA?
Well, I'm celibate.
We only
and
got
I'm
2
saving
hours.
myself. And I'm a woman of Christ.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming.
Jeff is my longest, oldest friend. Since we were 14 years old.
Yes, I am.
And we've been through a lot, like as friends, like through our lives, right? Like just a lot.
Our entire adult lives.
Tell us about the BMW. Tell us about the white BMW.
Get to the story, nigga.
No, I feel like I get a lot of shit on me that I don't think I deserve. And you've known me the most, I would say. Don't you think?
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean she stole a white BMW and crossed state lines or something like that to come see you, right? Is that
She didn't steal it.
Oh, well, that's
steal a car.
She borrowed it without permission.
No, I was driving a
guy
car.
allowed her to use his car for whatever reason she said. And she drove from
That's how we feel?
Providence, Rhode Island to
New York.
Toledo, Ohio.
God.
To visit my good friend.
Yes.
To visit
That's
you.
10 hours.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
easy 10 hours.
Wow.
Easy.
Jeff and I have known each other since we were 14.
Yes.
Wow. When you called her up.
Was this guy the BMW owner? Was he white or black? His brothers ain't gonna let you drive the BMW like that.
First of all,
Was it Rob Kardashian?
no color lines. Colors should not matter.
Was he white or black?
You was
First
Black
of all,
It was
China.
a white BMW.
Yeah,
And the white guy owned it.
it was Rhode Island, so of course
I
it
was
a white
driving
dude.
it, so I owned it.
All right, guys, we got to wrap up the show, but we got to get to this fight that happened at a comedy club. You want to set that up, Steve?
Yeah, so over the weekend, there was a comic named Steve Brown who got national attention because he got in a fight at the Columbia Comedy House where so an audience member came onto the stage and actually attacked him. We have the video right here.
Right here at the comedy house.
So after that all went down,
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy
Yeah.
that somebody would just come on stage. So after this all went down, Steve Brown went on the Tom Joyner morning show and he talked to Guy and said,
Yeah. This morning we interviewed Steve and he was saying his side of the story where he didn't heckle the guy. He was on stage. The guy in the audience was arguing with his girlfriend sitting at the
Right.
table. So most comedians will address that. So he addressed it and the guy said, "Go on with your little pussy ass jokes."
Right.
And any comedian is going to take offense to that. So, and I think he's short like me too. So, definitely going to take offense to that. So they had a back and forth. And then the security was escorting the guy out. And Steve said the guy came, he got past security and ran on stage. Now, another side of the story.
The other side of the story is the actual host of the comedy club was there and he has his side of the story. So we got him on the phone right here. This is Skip G.
Skip!
Before I start, what the video y'all seeing on Facebook is not showing the whole thing like the cameras, like the surveillance cameras are showing that we got cameras all around here. So it's another tape coming, and y'all gonna be surprised to see what happened, But
So tell us what's on that.
He didn't say anything to the dude. All he asked him, was he all right?
Right.
What's wrong with you? Just like he said, and the dude, just like Guy said, he told him, go ahead on with your pussy ass jokes. So the girl, his girlfriend, tried to tell him, chill out. So when he slapped his girlfriend, that's when everybody rushed the table.
Now, didn't his mom get knocked over too or something? Because the guy's mom was there too. Mom and dad.
Yeah, well, he hit his girl, but his mama got knocked over when they escorting him out. So that's why everybody like, where is security? At this point in time, security is out the door with the family. So what I'm trying to the only thing I do, if I can go back and change anything, I would have made Steve Brown bring his ass off the stage like I was telling him to. Let's go. You don't have to stand here and fight.
Well, he was saying you didn't actually, to be honest. He said you just said he was saying that you didn't do that. You didn't say, come on, let's go.
I can show y'all. I got the video where I'm up there trying to pull him off the stage.
Oh, okay.
Right, I got y'all see like it's 3 different videos, and then you got the surveillance footage that the club has. Right. So I'm up there on the stage trying to get him off. Okay. When I see the dude coming towards him, that's when I let him go.
Yeah.
Okay, then I go in the back. I go off the stage. I go in the back and get the rest of the fellas to come back out here and help me. That's when you see the wait staff and everybody come out.
And that's who came on stage. Security didn't come on stage and stop the fight. It was actually 2 guys from the kitchen that on fries and on the shrimp basket who actually came out the back.
I'll show if I could inbox either one of y'all or on Facebook, I will send y'all the video that I have, and it shows me up there with him trying to get him off the stage.
Now, he said that when he went to get his pay at the end of the night, that the club docked his pay because they felt like he instigated or egged it on. And to me, I think that's foul. I mean, you shouldn't dock somebody's pay because people got up and ran out on their checks. Black people will run out on the check. If a fight going on, black people gonna run out on that check.
People start screaming, they out.
But y'all But y'all know how it is. When you get paid here, they take you in the office.
Right.
Especially y'all headliners, they might even close the door on y'all.
Yeah, they close the door.
They never pay us around each other. They never pay you around nobody else. So,
right.
Like if I go in there to get my check, they'll tell whoever's in there
Leave.
to step out for a second. And y'all know that for sure. So whether he got docked or not, I don't know.
Well, that's what he was saying, because we interviewed him on Tom Joyner this morning, and he said that people, when we said that, somebody tweeted at Tom and said, hey, Capone is coming there this weekend. We're not going to go to that club unless Steve Brown gets his money. And that was like, wow.
I mean, like it's a whole lot going on with it. You know what I mean? Like we wasn't like once the police got involved, you know, they put a gag order on the club. We don't want y'all posting nothing or making any statements. You know what I mean? But luckily, they done finally caught the dude this morning. You know what I mean? So they took the gag off order on us. Now we can talk about it and everything. But like I said, if he would have just came off the stage. Like that first four times I'm trying to get him off the stage, I'm like, please, yo, let's go, Steve, let's go. He pulling up his sleeves, you know what I mean?
Okay. He said he's been boxing and working out.
Back to the green room, you know.
Okay, well, man, thanks for calling in and giving us your side of the story, man. Now we got 2 sides of the story, and maybe there's a third side.
Yeah, send that video. We want to see it. We'll put it on there.
I'll send you the video that I have. Skip. But we have, like I said, we have overhead cameras in here.
I can't hear him. Thanks, Skip, man.
That has everything on it.
What'd you say, bruh?
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
All right, thanks, bro. Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it, dude.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Okay.
All right. Skip G hanging out. All right. That's crazy. That was a crazy fight. You guys are comedians. I'm pretty sure you've had incidents where.
I had an incident at that club before.
Did he didn't mention it? I couldn't hear. He didn't mention it.
Shocking.
Yeah. No, that's not shocking. It's I'm very unfiltered, and sometimes some people can't. Some people come to a comedy club not to laugh. Like white people come to laugh, black people come not to laugh. Right. It's like instead of like break a leg, it's like you better be funny, motherfucker.
Right, basically.
But this guy do a joke while I interact with the audience. You see me bring guys on stage, and this guy I guess he was having a bad day, and I had a few incidents.
In your defense, Skip said you listened. He said he said, "Come on, man, let's just go." And the security handled the nigga. They escorted him out. He said, "Guy, listen." He said, "But guy did have some trouble at my club too. Don't let him."
Right. But the thing about it, I think what they said with Steve Brown was as security was taking this guy away.
Yeah.
Skip was still going at the guy. I mean, not Skip, but Steve was still yelling at the guy.
Right.
And the guy broke free from security, and then that's when he rushed the stage.
People getting macho. All right, guys, we've had fun. It's a good, good podcast here. Great guests here. Beautiful guests. Handsome dude too. I mean, give credit where credit is due.
Thank you so much.
It's good looking podcast.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Jeff. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank y'all.
Best of luck to Man Cave on BET.
Man Cave.
Thursdays.
So much.
10:30 Eastern time.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having
best
me,
of luck
guys.
with everything that you have going on. You have a lot going on right now.
I do have a lot going
I want to hear about these candles.
Yeah, the
I'm a
candles.
candle guy.
for you.
Absolutely.
And just for all things Cynthia Bailey, just make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Cynthia Bailey 10, to keep up with all the amazing things that I have going on. And I got sunglasses and candles for everybody.
And good jeans.
And Jeff, what was your stuff again? Your social media? We'll put it all at the bottom of the screen
Jeff's
for you.
Nation. Jeff's Nation and Man Cave BET.
We got you. All right, Steve Wilson. See you next week.
I say yes, you will. You will see me next week. Obviously, I'm gonna shave my beard because somebody don't like long beards.
Guy Tori, stay out of trouble.
Catch me every Monday and Wednesday on the Tom Joyner Morning Show in the Funny Chair every Monday and Wednesday.
And Claudia Jordan.
I'm not working until March 5th. So I am coming back to TV. The Raw Word.
The Raw
coming
Word.
to
Raw Word.
limited market. So we've been waiting for a year and a half. So we got the green light. We'll be working and we'll be on TV soon.
And of course, you can check me out on Fox Sports and other outlets out there, Clippers, Entertainment, and all that stuff. Actually, we're doing Steve Harvey's show together.
Oh, yeah.
On
you and Cynthia.
on April 30th. That's I hear that's going to be the
tuned.
air date. So stay tuned for that.
Put me in a weird position. Anyways.
That's going to do it for the Unstable Podcast. We will see you again next week, everybody.